I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's January 31st, 2025, and this is Weekly Update.
Good morning, Quincy High School. I'm your anchor, Raymond Smith. Today is a day 2, and this is your weekly update. Now let's get into the news. Calling all clubs. Help us host the Winter Carnival, a new school-wide event run by the Student Council that fundraises a local charity by setting up a table. If you do, you get a discounted fare entry. This event will be the Friday before February break from 1:40 to the end of the school day. If interested, ask your club advisors for a form to sign up. Seniors, purchase your 2025 QHS yearbook now. The price is currently $85, and you can buy them on jostens.com through the Quincy High School Venmo account or with cash to Mr. Kimmel in C112. This sale ends on April 17th, so don't wait. For more information, please see Mr. Kimmel or Mr. Doucette. And finally, for this week's segment, we bring you another installment of Teacher of the Week, where we interview QHS teachers and learn a little more about them. This week we spoke to English teacher Miss Delory. Let's take a look.
I really like most when I learn something from my students, and I think that happens a lot in English class especially. I really like when I ask my students a set of just questions that I think, I don't want to say boring, but questions that I think are just, part of our daily routine, and then I learn something new based on how they answer, and it makes me see the books that I've read for many years in a different way, and that's always really exciting. So that's a very hard question, because I think that I've always really gravitated towards teaching. Like I used to be a swim teacher, I used to do camp counseling, I used to teach kids piano lessons. So I think I would always be working with kids in some way, even if it wasn't like in a school, and probably just doing like a hobby that I like to some capacity. Maybe I would read all the books that I always say I'm gonna read. I don't have any pets. I had 4 fish when I was little. I got them on my 3rd birthday, and 2 of them died that day, which was super awesome and a great way to introduce the concept of life to me. And then the other 2 lived for like 7 years, so I had fish. Oh, I loved being an English major at college because I really loved having discussions about books in a new way than what it's like in high school. And there are discussions that I try to kind of emulate in my own classroom now, which obviously is like a process, but seeing that and being part of it in college and being part of like a really good literary discussion, I think is so special and something that I think a lot of people have to look forward to, which is really awesome. But I also just really liked being in like a walkable space in college and being able to walk places and take public transportation really easily, which I think is something that I really miss now, not being able to just like walk around everywhere. That's something that I really liked. And obviously just being like really close to all of your friends all the time is also really fun. Becoming a teacher, I did grad school at the same school where I did undergrad, and I remember when I started grad school, a lot of my friends from undergrad were also in the same program as me, and I just really liked being able to hear about all of their teaching experiences and all of the students they had and the books that they got to teach, and it was really fun to hear about other subjects too. Like I had some friends who ended up being math teachers and science teachers, and I really liked hearing about like what those classrooms were like, especially because I was not a STEM person in high school or college, so I really liked hearing about like what other people were learning and what other people were doing in their classrooms, even if it was different than my own, and being able to kind of envision what that would be like for me in the future. I love Quincy High School. Obviously, this is my first year. I haven't been here very long, but I really love being here. I love all of the other English teachers. I love all of the other teachers in this building, and I love all of my students very dearly. I think that they're all wonderful people, and I always look forward to seeing them, and I look forward to hearing from them all the time. So I'm just happy to be here, and I look forward to every day that comes. Thank you.
And that will wrap us up for this week. Until next time, I am your anchor, Raymond Smith, reminding you to think for yourself, work together, share with the world, and be aware of yourself and others. This has been your weekly update. Roll Hats!